a proud Marine from Adel, Iowa. Adam brought joy and laughter to his mother, Jill, and proud sponsorship to his father, Dean. He was a protective brother to his sisters, Mackenzie and Anna. Adam put himself before his country, his friends, his family, and his service. And during boot camp, Adam met with fellow Marine named Daniel Harvey from Rhode Island. Together, these two became friends and stayed connected through their deployments and returned to civilian life. And at 22 years old, sadly, Daniel died by suicide, just a year after he had left the Marines. And tragically, as was noted, Adam followed him less than a month later. Unfortunately, Adam and Daniel's story are all too often, and is becoming one common among our veterans. Veteran suicide is a casualty of war, one that demands immediate attention and action by this Congress. The truth is that when our men and women in uniform leave the service, that transition to civilian life can be extremely difficult and often very much left alone. This is something I've witnessed firsthand as a 20-year combat veteran, as my others have highlighted here, both from their military service and as a squadron commander in the Air Force, who saw airmen struggle with the realities of life when they transitioned from service in the defense of this nation. The pressure of employment, lack of fellowship, substance abuse, and finding a purpose weighs on all our veterans as they return to civilian life. And many of our brothers and sisters, sadly, do not make it. We need to do more to ensure that veterans are aware of the resources available to them as they leave the armed forces. In honor of Adam and Daniel, as well as the countless other service members, I introduced the Daniel J. Harvey Jr. and Adam Lambert Improving Service Member Transition to Reduce Veteran Suicide Act. This bipartisan legislation, led by veterans, makes critical improvements to the Transition Assistance Program to provide service members who are returning home with access to the mental health resources, more frequent VA check-ins, and clear communication about available assistance programs as they navigate their return from the battlefield and before it's too late. I thank all who have served our nation for their service, and I strongly encourage my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support and pass this critical legislation. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you to my fellow veterans, and thank you for all who serve. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentlelady reserve.
Reserve.